Hi, sorry, we're a bit late, but let me just close these other games since I will not be commentating on those since they're already too late into happening. But we're just going to start here. We're pretty early on N3onBlue's turn 2, and let me just explain what's going on. Neon is on a discard control deck with Villainy and Curse of Impending Doom as the main win cons, along with Val's Descent. And RickyRister, or just Ricky I'll probably call them, is on the Green Elemental Circle deck. Though this is a slightly modified version of the one that got deckless and is not running any blink spells for Scam. So Neon here has a Conspiracy of Ravens, which is just a delayed Thoughtseize. And Ricky here just playing a Performer of Growth off this Primal Resurgence, which was originally Wild Growth, or something similar to it, and got nerfed now because people were doing some pretty silly things with it, and Petal Scatterer to generate a ton of mana. Petal Scatterer, if you don't know, is a 3-minute creature that gets buffed by all your non-creature non-land permanents that creates a Primal Resurgence on ETB. And then Amber Hills, this is a white-black shock fetch here. RickyRister are going to be looks like they're just thinking about whether or not Neon has Exeunt here. Cockatrice, thank you. Neon going to discard Amorphous Tyrant. Pretty much the only thing. Okay, Neon draws a Valdez, which will make Ricky discard a Aerith. However, no land from Neon. Valdez hits an Aerith. Ricky's in a pretty bad position here, especially if Neon draws a land, because then Villainy comes down and starts dealing a bunch of damage and drawing cards. Villainy obviously being one of the centerpieces of the deck, probably one of the best cards in MSEM for control decks overall. I assume Ricky's also doing his own commentary of this since it is his game, so don't be surprised if this is either after Ricky's or before it. And I think that's why they were calling the brackets on Exeunt there. The N3onBlue does draw Swamp for Villainy, or Val's Descent, depending. Yep, just going to be a Villainy here, probably going to go for Val's Descent next turn to just get Ricky down on cards because they play that Aerith, and Neon doesn't have any creatures, won't have any. We'll have, I guess, one card in hand. Okay, Ricky going to get a tapped Lumbering Hillock, which is a creature land for 4 mana. That's an Animus, which is different from a creature land, interestingly, because Animuses just have the power toughness and have, obviously, the type Animus, but just become creatures in addition to their other types because they have that power and toughness. Okay, Ricky can either here go for most likely Aerith, but can also fire up the creature land. Aerith will let them play, I guess, nothing right now, and it will just get removed by Val's Descent. So maybe going to go for firing up the creature land. Reachy of the Cold Mist. This is mainly used as a tutor target off. This card, Jeffrey stages the finale. Oh, there is just a Jeffrey too. Oh. Jeffrey stages the finale, this card. You search for a legendary blue, and then whenever you cast something with mana value 5 or greater, which is what the deck does. Okay, it looks like Ricky is going to fire up the N3onBlue. Sorry, not the N3onBlue. Fire up the Hillock and attack N3onBlue. Neon's going to draw here. It's a Callum Weller. Discard a card. If you do, each opponent discards a card and loses 1 life. -3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. -7, draw a card for each creature card and planeswalker card in all graveyards. Target opponent loses that much life. That ult is probably winning you the game. Might just be a Val's Descent here, though it does hurt to lose. Because if you play either of them, you're losing the other, right? Actually, I think Bow's Descent is probably the best one because, let me explain why here. Because Bow's Descent, obviously, you're going to use Villainy to hit face. Okay, going for Callum Weller to try and get more. I think if you're going to go for Callum Weller here, you don't want to discard Bow's Descent because you want Ricky to lose those. Oh, wait, Bow's Descent is 4 mana. Why did I think it's 3? Okay, yeah, you're definitely going for Callum Weller because you can't play Bow's Descent. So, makes sense to just plus discard Bow's Descent and force Ricky to discard something. Though you do know that he is double Aerith. So, we'll see. Villainy hits Ricky for 2. Choosing not to plus Callum, just making sure, like, in case they draw land. Okay, there's a Ramsey, and this is one of the cards that, like I mentioned, with Petal Scatterer and Resurgence, can make a ton of mana by making that land that made a ton of stuff, but then untapping it. So this was kind of a package, though obviously it's a lot worse now that Resurgence and Petal Scatterer have been nerfed. Ramsey's still a really cool card, though. And this is also Ricky's Champion promo, if anyone was wondering. And also Primal Resurgence is Ricky's Champion promo. It's on FNV KXP Season Champion and Grand Prix Peora Sonata. Okay, going for the Aerith Mire Dredger, playing a Wayfarer's Shrine, cracking it for something. Most likely I'm not sure. Yeah, it just goes for the Forest here, and probably passes. Oh wait. Can Ricky play something? Yes, actually, kill the Callum Weller here with Amorphous Tyrant. Forgot about that Amorphous Tyrant in Ricky's Graveyard. Is it Amorphous or Amorphous? I'll just call it Amorphous. Yeah, with the Amorphous Tyrant in Ricky's Graveyard, Callum Weller's gonna die. Neon probably regretting not plussing it there. Neon also did know that about both of these cards, so that is probably a misplay by them. See if Neon draws a land. Does not, but Conspiracy of Ravens is still really good. Pretty much any creature Neon plays just dies to Aerith, and they can't double non-creature spell to kill the Aerith, so it's just going to be single non-creature spell, hit face with Villainy. Just gonna outgain and outrace Ricky for now. And this, if Ricky ever gets to 1 or fewer cards in hand, these Curse of Impending Dooms are going to deal them 6 damage, which is a lot. So if Ricky even plays 1 card from hand, I guess it will have to be 2 cards from hand this turn now. Like, they're gonna take some, like, lots of damage. Cosmonaut Pioneer is a really good card with Blink, but not really too much blink. Oh, Times has joined. Times has been having some mic issues recently, so sadly won't be able to commentate, and I guess it's also pretty late into the game right now. Wait, is this game 2? Because it says it's been 19 minutes, but I've only had 8 on recording, so maybe it's just waiting for Ricky or N3onBlue or the other way around, because Neon only pinged commentary later, so. Okay, Ricky going for Wayfarer's Shrine, cracking it, getting an island. Performer of Girls will go on to something big with the play of this Cosmonaut Pioneer, which can either gain 5 life, make a 3/3, or scry 1 and draw a card, and gets to do 2 of those when it gets blinked. Really powerful card in these GEC blink decks. Gek, and we get to see Gek here. Green Elemental Circle. Better of the Beanstalk, and that card's banned in Modern, so Yeah, this card is definitely getting hit this month after the GP. This, I believe, has had, like, the highest play rate of any card for, a long time. And a third of the GP is on it. So, this card definitely getting hit. No doubt about that. Though I do think Phoenix is probably going to get hit as well, which makes me sad because I really love Phoenix as a deck, but it might be just a bit too good. I wonder how they hit it, though. Okay, yeah. Neon takes the best card in Ricky's hand here, which is Green Elemental Circle. We'll see if Ricky will lose a ton of life. Okay, no land, but there's another Villainy, and Villainy is not legendary. So, you can have multiple Villainies, which is kind of funny. So, yeah, Ricky's gonna be taking a lot of damage and most likely losing their Aerith next turn. Because if Neon, I don't think runs any, wait, let me see. Like, I think Neon's, let me see Neon's list. N3onBlue, yeah, all their creatures are actually non-creature spells, being Valdez. So, guaranteed to either draw a non-creature spell or a Valdez, which will be able to deal 4 damage to Aerith. There's Vile Progenitor on Ricky's side, most likely just going to be a hard cast here. And we'll start pumping out 3/2s with Aerith and the Wayfarer Shrine. Orochi of the Cold Mist can either blink Aerith when it's targeted by Villainies or blink Cosmonaut Pioneer just for value. So most likely going to save the Aerith here. Ricky going to use Aerith to play Gek from the graveyard. And going to tap some mana to, yeah, it just looks like hard cast Vile Progenitor. Which will transform the Performer of Growth into Ray the Supplanter, which is a 3/3 that gets +1/+1 for each forest you control, and at the beginning of each player's end step, if that player didn't play a land this turn, which is not happening because of Ricky playing this land here, that player creates a forest token. Oh wait, it's you created a forest token. Yeah, this card's even better than I thought, especially against Neon here, who's stuck on land. Gonna hit him for 13 damage. Ray just such a huge threat here. Neon needs to draw removal, or pretty much just bust, I think. Wait, actually, does Neon have lethal if Bow's Descent lands? Let me think here. Because 1, 2, no, 1 off lethal if Bow's Descent lands. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. So it will lose Ricky 3 creatures, though, but Neon, actually, if Neon kills Aerith, right, Ricky will sack 2 creatures, which would be these 2, and Ricky still has lethal. Okay, Ricky showing Bow's Descent here, thinking Neon has it, and there's Bow's Descent. Going to come down. Villainies and Bow's Descent landing now. Ricky going to sack a Horde token, and yeah, Villainies dealing 6 damage. Villainies also gaining Neon some life. Or oh, drawing Neon 2 cards and losing 2 life because of the dying, which is bad. And now, yeah, Ricky has definitely has lethal here. Cosmonaut Pioneer making a ton, or I guess just gaining life. Didn't matter. Gaining 10 life was enough, and Ricky still had enough power. So yeah, that's GG's. And yeah, Gek is just insane. It's absolutely insane. One of the best cards after these Evokers got printed. And I'd argue it's still a really good card before they got printed. Just didn't really have the best shell for it. And now that it's been discovered, like people, it's just kind of taken over. I'm not even sure this, like, if you go watch the decklist stream, Ricky was right. Like, this isn't even the best version of Gek. Like, Toasty's on also probably a better version. Toasty, Truk, and Froggy, I believe, are on a better version of Gek. The green, white, blink version. Because, A, it just scams you and gets a huge creature turn 2 or turn 3. And, like, you're losing. Or, it gets way more value than this deck. And it obviously also runs Cosmonaut Pioneer. Because you play that turn 4, it's still pretty reasonable. Play it turn 3. Okay, Ricky's hand is pretty good. You have turn 1 Primal Resurgence into turn 2 Jeffrey Stages or Ramsey into turn 3 Vivian. Okay, this is just unkeepable trash from Neon's side. 5 lands of Villainy and a Conspiracy of Ravens. Or maybe not unkeepable, because Neon decides to keep it. Seems kind of sketchy to me, but we'll see. We'll see how this game plays out. I mean, it is really good to have your Villainy and Conspiracy, but the problem is, you're not doing much else. So you're going to need to draw probably Bow's Descent, something good. Maybe even another Villainy, though obviously Villainy can start drawing cards. But you're going to need to hit removal, and it's going to have to be some good removal because Ricky has a pretty good hand here. And Jeffrey Stages can just keep bouncing that Villainy back, which will be quite annoying for Neon here. Primal Resurgence from Ricky. Neon going to Conspiracy of Ravens. Most likely taking either Jeffrey Stages or Vivian here. Maybe Ramsey. All of them, all cards pretty reasonable picks, probably except for Amorphous Tyrant, since that's really not doing much here. In my opinion, it should be Jeffrey Stages, as it comes down next turn, it tutors, and it'll just repeatedly bounce and bounce and bounce your Villainies. Okay, Neon decides to take Ramsey. Not a bad choice, but in my opinion, Jeffrey Stages is more threatening to Neon's game plan. Oh yeah, by the way, Neon's going to draw here. Hasn't drawn yet, so don't get scared that Neon has only lands right now. So we'll see if Neon gets to draw. Okay, there's a Curse of Impending Doom. Not one of your worst draws here, because okay, Neon chooses to hold it for when Villainy comes down. But here's Jeffrey Stages coming down, and that Villainy is just going to keep getting bounced over and over again. So, Neon's going to have a plan for that. Because I don't know how much enchantment removal they're running. Ricky draws. Yeah, it just has to be Jeffrey Stages here, right? I think the thing about what Neon did there, taking the Ramsey, is it cuts Ricky off ramp. But this game is going long with the deck Neon's on, so I don't think that matters as much. And Jeffrey Stages is just much more threatening. It can fetch Ricky's big things, really useful cards. And it also will just keep bouncing your Villainies, so yep, Jeffrey Stages just fetching Panya here. Could have fetched Aerith. That was probably better, in my opinion. But though, obviously, I'm not the one who built this deck and is playing it right now. That's Ricky. Panya is still good. It's not bad by any means. Villainy, this will just get bounced. Like, Neon is not in a good position, especially drawing that land. I don't think Neon should have kept this hand, and I think Neon should have taken Jeffrey stages, but Vivian comes down here. Vivian will get to use Jeffrey stages to bounce the Villainy back to Neon's hand, and then plus twice probably. Vivian just being a really nice planeswalker overall. What set is this from? Oh, Theros Triumphant. Makes sense with the set symbol especially. Okay, Jeffrey, going to evoke the Amorphous Tyrant, looks like. Just to bounce, not wanting to play Vivian out. Interesting. Oh, probably actually wants to leave up Panya. That makes no sense. Bell's Descent is probably the right play here, because, if Ricky keeps bouncing that, like, it just keeps getting you value. Maybe it's not the right play. Maybe just go for Villainy, Curse of Impending Doom. And then next turn, go for Bell's Descent, Curse of Impending Doom. So that you destroy any creatures Ricky plays. And you also get to, hopefully, deal them 3 damage with your Curse of Impending Doom. Either one of the plays is fine. But I think Villainy... Ricky is pretty much forced to bounce Villainy. Okay, goes for Bell's Descent, which means Ricky going to... I'm not sure what Ricky will bounce because I don't think Ricky really wants to bounce the Bell's Descent here. We'll see what Neon does, what Neon discards off Bell's Descent, because Ricky is not going to do anything here. So, no creatures to be sacrificed, so each player will discard 2 cards and mill 3 cards, pretty much. Neon just discards 2 lands, mills 3. We'll see what Ricky discards. I'm not sure what Ricky discards. Is it Panya? Is it Vivian? Probably just both lands. But you do really want a lot of lands. Also, shout out to this exposed art. This is the best layer art in MSEM. And if you say it's not, you're wrong. You are just objectively wrong. Okay. League ping. Sorry about that. Probably should go into Do Not Disturb for these. Okay. Ricky looks like Ricky just decides to discard Vivian and a land, keep Panya on the land, and then just pass here. So Panya can bounce Val's Descent. Panya Tail actually will be the one doing the bouncing, but I don't think Panya Tail is the best thing here. But there's not much else you're really doing. You can, I guess now you can fire up Lumbering Hillock on the extra turn. And Mysterious Cataract fetches a island or a blue-green land, and then that can cast Panya Tail, bounce Val's Descent, then Ricky can just go for Lumbering Hillock, attack for 8, which is pretty good for a play. I mean, Panya's getting you a ton of value there. Though I guess it's really actually only becoming a 4/4 because you're not actually untapping any extra mana. Which is, I mean, extra turns are always good. attack for 1. Next turn, going to just probably attack for 8. Does get an extra draw too. The Glorified Explorer. Oh, okay. There's Green Elemental Circle, or Yek. The centerpiece of Ricky's deck. Okay, there's probably just Gek. Attack for 4. I guess, Neon's play will be to... So, Orichi can blink Panya to have it come back at next end stop, which actually does reset the tail too, for, because Bell's Descent might be coming down here. Bell's Descent most likely discards whatever card Neon draws, and Curse because Villainy is, like, really good. Or maybe it's just Villainy into Curse of Impending Doom. That's also a pretty reasonable play. So maybe it's Land, Villainy, Curse of Impending Doom. That's a perfectly reasonable play. It turns your Bell's Descent on with 5 swamps. So okay, just going for the Bell's Descent, also reasonable. Orichi of the Cold Mist going to Blink Panya, so turning off the tail. Not turning off the tail, resetting it. Okay. A Neon, oh wait, let me see. Neon discarding, Curse of Impending Doom, and, Swamp, leaving Villainy in hand. Panya comes back at end step, tail does reset, and now what Ricky can do is use Gex to draw a card off Panya tail, bounce Bell's Descent, which I'm not even sure is the right play here because Neon's just going to keep re-triggering it. Greenwood Outrider did get milled from Ricky's end. Just kind of acting as like an enchantment Crater Hoof for these kind of, it's actually called Ram Hoof because of, if we see here, Ramsey is here. You have Ramsey, and this kind of aura package along with Petal Scatterer. Let me show you guys Petal Scatterer, which I probably should have done before. Petal Scatterer. This card. Originally, it was a wild growth token like Primal Resurgence, and it gets buffed by each non-creature non-land you have. Okay, Ricky taking the extra turn with Panya, draws Ramsey, bounces the Bell's Descent. So Ramsey does actually provide a token which can kind of stop the Bell's Descent sack from doing anything. So we'll see what Neon ends up doing on their turn. I think if Neon draws a 1-mana spell, they go for that Villainy into that, kill Panya, or kill Ramsey maybe. Okay, going to fire up Hillick. And attack for 8. Neon down to 6. Though Villainy is going to start gaining them life. If it's okay, Endeavor can hit Panya. But it can hit Panya and it can get back Valdez. Instant speed, actually. So Neon can just pass here, go instant speed, kill Panya or Ramsey, get back Valdez. Boom. And then next turn go for Villainy. Plus Valdez, and kill the other one. Though taking quite a bit of damage, actually, from the Animus. which actually is lethal. So the problem is, if Ricky draws something... Okay, going for Anapraxia's... Oh wait, Anapraxia's gains life. I forgot about that. So Valdez going to come back. Anapraxia's gains 4 life. I kind of just forgot this card needed life. Even though so many times I've played this in Herald decks. You get Herald down, or you return Herald, and you get up to a higher life total if you return Herald, which is kind of sketchy. But like, you get back something like Inked Summoner or Sukar. And you actually have that disposable life to lose again, with Sukar specifically, especially. You can just lose 4 life again. Okay, Ricky drawing a land here. So maybe playing out Villainy was the right play there. Though, obviously, Valdez Villainy isn't, like, bad by any means. And Villainy is going to start gaining life if Ricky just keeps drawing bricks. Another Anapraxia's Endeavor. Most likely just going to be Villainy into Valdez. And then next turn, if Ricky doesn't draw a 5-drop, Villainy can hit the creature land and, along with Anapraxia's, kill it. So, that's pretty big. Valdez just going to be hitting the Antelope, it looks like. Going to gain 2, draw a card. Villainy draws a land. That's nice for Neon there. Wait, Cockatrice lets you put 4. Didn't know that. What? Weird. Okay, Ulton Surveyor kills Villainy. Yep. Ulton Surveyor just kills Villainy. Hillock fired up, Neon down to 2. And Surveyor kills Villainy, which is Nyx's form of life gain. So, for Nyx, this is just draw Villainy, probably win. If not, probably, like, lose. Just lose, probably, because Hillock kills. So, Nyx needs to draw either instant speed removal. Oh, sorry, not Nyx. Nyx is the one that plays mono black, I'm sorry. N3onBlue needs to draw removal, because this Hillock still has trample. It does have trample. Though, notably, Anapraxia's can gain 4 life. Can it? No, can't. No, nothing to target. Actually. What's going on with Cockatrice? Because there should be 4 on this one. What's going on? Okay, I'm so confused. Okay, I won't question it. It's just like this, okay? There should be 6 lands, I think. But yeah. You get the picture. I don't know what was going on with my Cockatrice. I'll have to go look back at this. Okay, Nyx going for just, oh yeah, playing out Valdez helps, actually, quite a bit, because that is a 4-3, and that does block Hillock. I mean, Nyx goes down to 1, but is still alive. Okay, Gek, it does not bounce Valdez, so it is obviously a huge value piece, but does not win Ricky the game here, so... Anything with mana value 5 or greater wins Ricky the game because it bounces Valdez. Valdez can't do anything, and then Hillock just swings in for lethal. Though I guess Hillock maybe won't get fired up. Yeah. But yeah, right now Hillock can't go in. Ulton Surveyor can't hit in unless it's swung with Hillock, which then it just gets blocked and Hillock gets killed, and Neon is still at 2. And in that case, Neon also... Oh wait, Neon goes to 1 in that case. Because Hillock has trample. But yeah. Okay. Gek from Ricky's side just passes. Bell's Descent is I think actively bad for Neon here. Okay, so the 6th swamp is back. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, probably just leave up Anapraxius here. Maybe go for Conspiracy. Actually, because you aren't really gonna in practice use all 3 modes of Anapraxius, right? So play Conspiracy for in case Ricky, I don't know. Conspiracy actually 99% of the time doesn't matter because in practice, right? If Ricky has the thing that's 5 or greater that'll draw them the cards, you're dead anyway. Actually, no, you aren't. Actually, no, you are dead because of Ultimate Surveyor. You're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, this is GG. No, it's not GG's. Actually, no, is it? Because this costs 2 less, which means it's 3. It's 1. Yeah, this is GG's here. So Kantra can just get back Panya or something. Greenwood Outrider, I don't know. It's just something. Greenwood Outrider is like mega lethal, I think. Yeah, can just get back Greenwood Outrider, delete Ramsey, you know, swinging for easy lethal. So, yeah. Yeah, simple as that. And Kantra obviously will be able to bounce Valdez, so just Hillock is lethal as well. Yeah. Ricky just needs to draw something that gets discounted with mana value 5 or greater, because something with that costs 3 doesn't work, but something that costs 2 does. And Kantra, get rid of Ramsey, yup. Can get back either Outrider, and this will trigger Jeffrey Stages. We'll also draw Neon 2 cards. Jeffrey Stages bounce Valdez. Valdez, you know. Okay, Neon going to respond actually by Anapraxiasing in response. On how many modes? Does Anapraxias return target creature or planeswalker? There are no planeswalkers. Okay, going to -2/-2 the Ultin. So that it swings no damage. But I think Outrider is still lethal. Even if Hillock isn't. Hillock is still lethal. And Outrider is also lethal. So, this does nothing. Oh wait, exile Graveyard. So Outrider is not lethal, but Hillock is still lethal. Did Ricky trigger Jeffrey Stages? I'm not sure about that. Because if Ricky misses Jeffrey Stages' trigger, that does mean that no lethal from Ricky here. Which would be pretty bad if it was a missed lethal. Okay, looks like Ricky misses that trigger. Interestingly. Because that does bounce Valdez and get lethal. And this new Kantra can also do that. By exiling the old Kantra. And it's still lethal. Okay, going to Inspirit the Ultimate Surveyor. Yeah, sees the line. Uses Jeffrey Stages. Not sure why he didn't earlier. Probably just missed it. Okay. Yep. And this is Fire Up Hillock, attack for lethal. Because, yeah, Neon does not have enough life here. And that's GG's. And, yeah. We really see the power of the Gex deck. The Gex deck. Hey, that rhymes.